The latch is broken on this door. Seems I can fix it with those 3 cogs if I just put them in the right place. Once they're on the right pins, I can move the handle at the bottom to try and open the door.
Easy. You and you and you. And here. And like so. Are those close? Those aren't close enough. Oh, maybe they are. So that's not correct. Okay.
Perfect. I am amazing.
We needed it to go the opposite way. Is this pollen?
Check out that sunlight beaming through the window. It's so bright I should have brought my sunglasses. I'm indoors. What a treat. The owner of this house seems to enjoy reading, though I'm not sure what else there is to do up here, actually.
Okay.
There's a whole load of needles and wool on that shelf. Or should I say yarn?
Perfect for making a costume.
I just don't know anymore. A little blanket on a little bed in a little house. It makes very little sense.
You just walked straight into my house, did you?
Sorry, I would have rung the bell, but you don't have one.
Accidental click.
Normally, I have methods for dealing with unwanted attention, but I can make exceptions for harmless idiots.
Do you get any attention up here?
Most of the time, people
Is her
like to
hair a
leave me
leaf?
alone. But I don't think you're going to, are you?
No. I could make an excuse and say it's my job to ask you about last night, but to be honest, I climbed all the way up here and I just like being indoors.
Well, if you insist on staying, I'll tell you. I'm Lady Weybridge, and I think you might be climbing up the wrong trees.
I'm Detective Grimoire, and I think I might agree with you. What do you do here? Did you work for Richard Remington?
I was living here before that man was even born, and I have absolutely nothing to do with him, or his little tourist attraction.
You're exaggerating. How long have you been here? Just in this treehouse? What do you do up here?
I've been here longer than anyone. Even longer than, well, anyone.
I like
How
numbers.
helpful. I like
Something
numbers.
that.
What have you been doing for that time? If you don't mind me asking.
I have many reasons to be here, but I won't bore you with all the details of my life.
I'm sure there's one detail worth writing down.
I like to study the plants and flowers in this area. I've learned many things from them.
Now, what about this little chemistry set you've got on your table?
I wouldn't call it a chemistry set, but if you bring me an object that has liquid on it, or inside it, I'll tell you what that liquid consists of.
Wow, how do you do that?
Chemistry.
A page from Weybridge's Book of Pressed Flowers contains information about all the flowers in the swamp and where they grow. The green and red species only grow around the side door of the museum and can't be found anywhere else. Let us present some swamp it shows that they're drippy.
Let's see. First thing we do is put the sample of liquid into the cauldron, then tap the faucet.
Bloop. Bloop.
And now, we just have to match the color of that liquid with these ingredients. That's not right. Come on, Grimoire, you're good at colors.
Oh, you gotta put both colors in?
Got it. Now I know what that liquid consists of.
What if I weren't good at colors?
I'll write it down in my notes. Let's see. First thing we do, then tap the...
This is how chemistry
now...
works. This is gonna be the same exact thing.
Got it. Now I'll write... that looks pretty similar to last time.
Indeed.
Let's see. First, then tap...
Bloop. Also green.
And now... Got it.
I know for certain that liquid is made of exactly blue 7 and yellow 10.
Now I know. I'll write it. Is that the same as last time? This was the exact same liquid.
All of them were.
Your job is to ask me about what happened last night.
Do you even know what happened last night?
I know more than you might imagine.
Oh, that sounds useful. Can you tell me? What were you doing?
I was here, in my house, by myself.
What else?
That's it.
Thanks. Just give me a minute to write all this down. I found these designs for a boggy costume. Do you know anything about them?
You're asking me because you can tell I'm experienced with needlecraft and sew my own clothes?
Yes.
No, but that's a good reason. Let's go with that.
Well, these designs look like they should have stayed where they were.
In the trash?
On paper.
Oh, how come?
Whoever drew them didn't really know what they were doing.
You would have done it differently?
Of course. I am a seamstress. There was a time when I considered sewing my craft, my livelihood.
Really?
When Richard Remington arrived in the swamp years ago, I offered him some of my handmade fabric as a peace offering. I don't think he cared much for it. Most likely he threw it away. A pointless gift from some strange woman.
Nope. I have it. I have it right here. Right here.
No, thank you.
Oh. Oh, that was the curtain. It's the red curtain.
If you bring me something with liquid on it, I might be able to help you. They're samples of flowers that grow in this area. 2 of them you don't see very much anymore. And 1 of them only grows around the museum.
Okay. She also has a challenge question, but we do not know it yet. It looks like there's only 1 person left to meet, which is strange. Challenge NA. Oops.
I wouldn't be using this old rope bridge if I had a choice. I've seen the movies, I know what happens.
Oh!
Aha! The great detective returns. Did you run out of ideas? Need a
No.
little push in the right direction?
No hints! Exclamation point blind.
I'm getting a new idea. It involves ignoring you.
Like it or not, I'm here to help you.
I get it. You give me a map, then you magically disappear and hide behind a tree for an hour. You want me to be impressed?
Did you talk to all the suspects yet?
I'm working on it. You can't rush these things, you know.
Have you noticed anything unusual?
I notice that this is going to take longer than I originally planned, and I'm getting the feeling that I wasn't wrong about this tourist attraction.
What do you mean?
I had a hard time believing there could be a place like this.
She's
here
such a
in
good support.
dark corner of a swamp. It didn't make sense, and it still doesn't.
Some things don't make sense straight away. You need to look a little closer.
At what? The mud? The water? The trees?
Nope. They've been here for years, and they're not to blame. They belong here.
She's gone again. Hiding in a bush, no doubt. I wonder if she'll ever tell me something I can actually understand. The rock path leading back towards the museum. This staircase is a tree, and this tree is a staircase. And this place is so weird.
Oh, I think 3 out of 7 is for the challenge questions, I just realized. Pretty sure. 48% is just of everything?
This staircase and this... The water's clear here. I can see my reflection in it. Not bad. What's this? Looks like the stuff in the water has been moved around recently. Maybe if I reposition them, I'll find a clue.
I don't get it. I don't get it. Oh, now I get it. Ha. No, wait. It's supposed to look like a three-toed thing. I'm just not doing it very good. Oh, ha, okay. That probably goes right there. Oh, is it 2? Is it 2 different feet? Is that why I'm having problems? Yes.
I recognize that footprint. It's the same as the one found at the crime scene.
Maybe I should scrabble about these sticks and stones in this puddle. Scramble? The water was bubbling. That's how I knew.
This stair and
Oh, was that the wrong way? I want to go this way. Yes, here's the museum.
I don't think it's a window, but this hatch is shut at the moment. I can't see inside. This side of the museum is surrounded by blue and red flowers. It's a stepping stone path that goes past the museum and into the woods. So glad I'm wearing my best shoes today. That's the logo for Boggy's Bog. So, I'm guessing this museum is an official part of the tourist attraction. I hope they don't charge an entrance fee. That museum, which makes it look even more out of place in a swamp. Is it being held up on wooden supports? It's bizarre. The door's jammed unless I can get
The
those
little
brass
like la
handles
la
out of
la
the
la
way.
la 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 in the back, that's part of the music, keeps reminding me of the opening to the Beetlejuice cartoon. Jammed unless I can get these brass
Seems
handles
like I
out of the
can
way.
Take them around, just until the gap in the middle is clear.
More physics, huh?
That top hat guy would have so struggled with this one.
Who?
These are skulls? Oh, they're just models. Creepy models. Models of Boggy's claws. Hold on. What's this? Something doesn't seem right here. I think I should try arranging these models into pairs. Something seems out of place.
According to historical sketches, the skin would have had a number of spots and patterns similar to that of a toad or frog. 3 prominent sharp claws, supposedly the primary weapon of the boggy swamp monster. Some early sketches even showed a small thumb.
I don't think these gloves are part of the exhibit. It looks like someone tried to hide them here.
Gloves from a homemade boggy costume. Found hidden among the sculptures in the museum, does not have any claws, covered in a strange liquid slime. Very well.
Let's see here. This journal belonged to the explorer.
Looks like this door won't operate unless I open it. Yeah, what's wrong with touching stuff in the museum?
Who first discovered boggy in this swamp 60 years ago. I'd better take a look at this. This journal, it's full of drawings and notes all about boggy. It seems to be the centerpiece of the entire museum.
A journal recorded 60 years ago by the explorer who first visited the swamp, the only record of Boggy existing, contains notes and sketches on the appearance of the swamp creature. Boggy is shown with 3 small claws on each arm. Boggy's feet are always hidden in the water. There seems to be a page ripped from the back.
Some educational facts about swamps. Did you know swamps are gross? Yes? Yes, I did. It's a poster from the old Boggy cartoon show.
Another story from Boggy's Bog, No Feet. Recorded by Swamp Sound.
It's a poster from the old Boggy. Boggy playing the piano. He's having a grand old time. Copyright MCM XXXIV. That'll be 1930, 1934?
Yes.
It's a poster. It's a poster. It says another story from Boggy's Bog. But actually, I think this is from the very first episode. Apparently the museum was founded by the explorer.
This book in the
many
Boggy
years
Museum, it's about Boggy.
in a different location. It's only recently been moved here to be part of the tourist attraction. That might explain why it looks so out of place.
What was that again? The museum was founded in a different location by the explorer. It was only recently moved here. Weird.
There's a little door in the wall here. I think it leads outside. It's locked though. This is a really cramped museum. Just one room, not worth the admission price.
Yeah.
Let me guess, you don't work here, do you? I wonder if that makes you the first tourist I've seen today.
You're incorrect, detective. I am no mere tourist.
How did you know I was a detective? Was it my stylish trench coat, my sensitive, inquisitive manner?
It was the clueless expression on your face.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's the one.
Right. That's it. You've done it now. What's your name?
I go by Folder. Agent Folder. What are you doing?
I'm writing in my diary. It's been a
This
long
guy
day.
sounds like he's voiced by me. That's one of my nerd voices.
So, if you're not a tourist,
Kind of,
and
a little
you don't
bit.
work here,
I am a scholar, an academic. I'm here to research the past and uncover the future.
so you're visiting the museum for fun.
Fun! Oh, there's nothing so simple as fun to be had here. I come to this museum night and day to study its secrets.
Ah, what kind of secrets? It's just a museum about Boggy, right? The swamp creature.
He's one of the most intriguing modern examples of cryptozoology. A fascinating combination of scientific fact and wild speculation.
I'm with you on the speculation front. Although, come to think of it, people have been hinting that I should find out about the history of this creature.
A wise suggestion. And you've come to the right person. My knowledge far exceeds anyone else you might have met so far.
So, you'll help me?
I suppose I could divulge some of my findings with you, if you're in the mood for a little light reading. Let me find it for you. Oh yeah, this'll do. Something for beginners at least.
Information about Boggy collected by Agent Folder. Boggy Swamp became a protected area after reports of hunting in the area. Boggy's appearance is changed from the original sketches, in which he has 3 claws on each arm. The modern character has simple fin-like arms instead to make him less threatening. No footprints were recorded in the journal, but some experts believe that information is out there somewhere. Oh, that's all.
So, Mr. Folder.
Agent Folder.
Yeah, were you here yesterday? What were you doing last night?
I was here, in the museum, going through my files one final time before disappearing.
I love the filing cabinet
Don't
pouch.
museums usually close in the evenings?
They do. I've never been one to worry about other people's schedules. I come and go as I please. There's a key to every lock, Detective.
Oh, so you have the key to the museum?
Of course I don't. Why would you think that?
Well,
Once again, that clueless expression. I use a lockpick and get in through the small side door. I have a right to be here, you see. Remington has no business locking me out, so I don't let him.
You just admitted to breaking the law. If everyone did that, my job would be a lot easier.
It's not my best lockpick. This new one's cheap. I used to own one, a superior model. Unfortunately, I misplaced it in one of the darker corners of the swamp, so
I'm writing down your confession about sneaking around here at night.
Then what are you gonna do? Report me to Remington? Good luck, my friend.
I need to pick my questions carefully.
I need to pick my questions. The lockpick I found near Remington's body was definitely the murder weapon. Maybe it was. Three slashes, enough to kill any man. Has been there for years.
The lockpick I found near Remington's body.
I have to
belonged
think
Agent
carefully about
Folder.
this.
As far as I know,
Is that
Agent
also?
Folder's
I thought so at
experienced
first, and then I
lockpicks.
was like, oh,
I wonder if
maybe.
he's hiding something. I found these designs for a boggy costume.
Oh, some ridiculous new merchandise for tourists to waste their money on.
No.
Right there,
thought
I could
the
hear it.
murderer was dressed
It's
like
him,
this last
yeah.
night when they attacked Remington.
If they were trying to scare him out of the swamp, they should have spent more time making an accurate design.
What do you mean?
Well, this design is some bizarre hybrid between the real creature and the cartoon character. It simply hasn't been researched properly.
What's wrong with it?
Well, those flippers? Pure guesswork. Nothing but foolish imagination. Nobody knows what Boggy's feet look like. No footprint has ever been recorded.
So tell me, Special Agent Folder, how would you do a better job researching it if nothing has ever been recorded?
Oh, well, that's, I mean, it's all a matter of taking the time to... It's just that... But there's no way anyone would believe... Nothing but foolishness.
Suppose I were to present you with... Oh, wait. Where's I didn't record the footprint? The footprint is not evidence. Well, let's give you the
An important
journal
piece of
then.
the puzzle. This journal is a key to unlocking the history of this place.
Okay. Challenge
I
start.
have a bone to pick with you.
Are you setting yourself up for a joke? Something about a lockpick?
Who knows? I'm trying to interrogate you.
My apologies, go ahead.
So, what are we showing Folder now? Where did I find this again? I found a lockpick at the scene of the crime.
Oh, apparently you did. Why does this concern me?
You were at the scene of the crime yesterday and might have dropped it. You already admitted to owning a lockpick and using it to open locked doors. You said no.
You already admitted to owning one of these, and how you're ever so happy to come and go as you please with it, am I right? Be honest.
Luckily for me, Detective, I was honest with you. I believe I have already explained that second lockpick before you even found it.
You lost your lockpick in the swamp and had to buy a new one. Yeah, he didn't lend it. He didn't say specifically left by the office. He lost
You
it.
lost your lockpick in the swamp and had to buy a new one.
That's right. I appreciate you finding it for me. However, I won't ask for it back. Apparently, it has since become some diabolical instrument in the art of murder.
Yeah, it's an important piece of evidence.
I feel like I didn't... whoops.
I have a bone.
I don't think I really got any information from that. It was just fun to do. Alright, so let's go. At this point, we've met every subject and talked to them. We still have not found everything there is to find or examined everything there is to examine. Back to these guys, huh?
What can you tell me about these designs for a boggy costume?
Nothing whatsoever.
You're sure you didn't see anything like this while you were filming yesterday? Wait, hold on a minute. What if
Don't you dare ask.
This costume isn't your doing, is it? Made for your movie, I mean?
My friend, there will be no costumed idiots within the viewfinder of my camera. I can assure you that.
We use
What about the
CG
bogey?
only.
Isn't that gonna be, like, a guy in a costume, or a puppet, or one of those weird robot things?
Technology has been kind to people like me. We no longer have any need for such tomfoolery. I can create a perfectly believable swamp creature within the confines of a computer. Much cheaper, too.
Huh.
Herm. Herm.
I found these designs for a costume, a boggy costume.
The legendary swamp creature.
Yeah, that's the one.
But these are just a child's drawings, are they not?
You think?
Perhaps. It's difficult to tell.
I do have the entire costume except for the well, actually there's only 5 slots here, so whatever the middle is supposed to
What
be.
is it? Some evidence from last night's murder?
Would you like a bog dog?
That's the food I saw Mr. Remington eating at the cafe last night.
Before he got ill and rushed back to his office?
That's right.
This is going down in my notebook. It might be important.
Even though it's information that I already had.
There's a narrow path here. There's an open window above Remington's body. One of the curtains is ripped and hanging on the outside. Even though I have the key, this might not be as simple as I'd hoped. This door has 2 keyholes. So, which key should I use in each one?
Do-ba-do-do-do-do. No. Do-ba-do-do-do-do. Oh, well, that was easy. Alright.
It's a sharp metal poker for a fireplace, hidden in the shadows.
Also used for gouging 3 claw marks in somebody's chest.
Something about those 3 prongs.
I already said that.
I feel like I just stumbled across an incredibly important piece of evidence.
I already said that. I already said all of that. Oh, there's even blood on it. And slime.
Hunting memorabilia. Claws, teeth.
Hunting?
It would be an impressive collection if it wasn't so disturbing.
You're not allowed to hunt in here.
Remington's desk is covered in drawings and maps and notes. It's all about Boggy. He was obsessed. An ink bottle spilled into his work. I'm sure he didn't do that on purpose. Yeesh, it's a bit of a mess. Perhaps there's something underneath those drawings.
Is there?
It's a letter Remington was writing before something caused him to spill his ink bottle. My dear fellow, I received your note 2 weeks ago, but have only recently found the time to do the appropriate research on the matter. I feel like my time in this awful swamp might finally come to a close. All due to the simple realization, the rest is obscured. What a tease. Vincent Vanderpeer's business card. There's a couple of numbers scribbled on the back. Vincent Van... There's...
What are the numbers? Not here. That's weird. There's numbers on the back, but I'm not allowed to...
Yeesh. Perhaps this...
Oh, and there's another thing.
Vincent Van... There's a... It's a note addressed to...
So I guess I needed to find all 3 of those before it would let me, like, finish this puzzle and add all the stuff.
The handwriting is immaculate.
It was Hero.
Richard, our man of the world. A little help is in order. We're worried that the efforts regarding our elusive little friend might be in vain. Send word when you can. The letter is signed FF.
Leon.
And attached is a blurry little picture.
Better not be a hell spider.
It's some kind of metallic insect.
Better not be a hell
The
spider.
whole thing is a mystery. I have no idea.
Achievement unlocked. Mystery for tomorrow. What is that? Read the letters on Remington's desk. I don't get it.
These animals, they're all... They're not... I don't recognize any of them. This is the creepiest office I've ever been in. Ever. Something happened here. There are signs
Quite
of
a
a struggle
detective.
between the desk and the window. The open window looks over the wooden planks outside. Oh, and on one side, a part of the curtain has been ripped off. This is the creep. An old hunting rifle, discarded carelessly near the window. This isn't the kind of thing I can ignore. This is the creep. Remington's desk is it's all about and ink bottles. Yeesh. Perhaps there's some. It's a letter Remington before my dear Iris, but if I've there's a map of it's been annotated in a few places. It's a letter
So if
before
I look at that,
there's a map. It's
look at
there's a,
the
it's
map.
there's a it's Vincent Vincent. It's Richard. Where will send the letter and it's some whole.
Why did it say there are numbers on the back, but doesn't let me look at them? Oh well. Oh.
I probably shouldn't leave until I've searched a bit more thoroughly.
Very well.
No way. This is the creep. These animals. I don't. This is the creep. Hunting memorabilia. It would be. I probably shouldn't. The open window look. This is the creepiest. Something. There's. I don't know what's in that jar, and I wish it wasn't in there. I'm gonna stop looking at it now. This is the creepiest.
It's got to be this desk thing, right? There's something else I'm supposed to do here.
There's a map of the swamp. It's been... It's the rich whip, and it's some oh. Vincent Van der
Especially weird,
There's
like
a-
I said.
There's
The
a map.
maybe it's not that.
Photos and paintings line the wall above the fireplace, but one of the frames is empty.
Oh,
Wait a second. What are these pieces on the floor underneath it? This photo is ripped, but it looks important. If I can piece it together again,
if I can piece it together again, and someone did a terrible job ripping it up.
maybe it'll reveal a secret.
Come on, game. I believe in you. I believe in you. I believe in you.
This photograph, and it's a young Remington, and some other men I don't know. They're all holding rifles. Maybe I can ask Harper about it.
Maybe I can ask Harper about it.
Have I uncovered a secret in here?
Belonged to a secret society. Was a ghost! Sally's face murdered the victim. All the suspects. Seems reasonable.
The hunting photo explains why the hunting rifle was found at the crime scene. Oh, that doesn't make sense, does it?
Damn it. That's the first one I've gotten wrong.
The hunting photo explains why the hunting rifle murdered the victim. What is that supposed to mean?
No. Is that a puzzle? People are having a lot of trouble with Grand Google. Wait, Great Google, are you in the middle of a Google library run that is going wrong? Did he belong to a secret society?
The hunting photo explains why Richard Remington belonged to a secret society. Maybe I just need to change one thing. There's something about Mr. Remington. The hunting photo is historical evidence that Richard Remington belonged to a secret society. I'm getting a strong feeling that Remington might be the bad guy in this story. If he wasn't already dead, I would have loved to ask him a couple of questions. I should ask around, see if I can gather any information about his motives for being here.
Chapter 3. Richard Remington's real reasons.
There are bizarre and
Is there anything else here? There are also normal footprints. We already got that. Do, 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 do. Yeah, this is just a light-hearted romp. Not really expecting like a huge challenge from this or anything.
You said you knew Remington?
He and I knew each other for a long time. I came to work at his tourist attraction in the early days, when he needed help.
Well, what kept you here?
I know most people wouldn't want to work in a place like this. I actually like it here, so I was happy to oblige.
You might like it, but I still don't see why anyone would build a tourist attraction here.
Mr. Remington has his reasons. He probably had several. I don't presume to know what they all were. Even though we were friends, he had some secrets, some hobbies, that I was happy to let him keep secret.
Secrets? Hobbies? A secret hobby?
He was a man with a dream, I can tell you that much. One of Mr. Remington's secrets, I never wanted to know the details, but these men travel the world, seeking mysterious animals to hunt. They consider myths and legends to be the ultimate prey.
I like that they gray things out once they've been submitted to somebody as evidence, so that you know you've already done it once. That's actually a great idea.
That's Mr. Remington's old hunting rifle. He usually keeps it around. For whatever reason, he was very fond of that thing. Looks like it was fired recently.
Feels like I'm done talking to him. That's also a nice thing to do. We're probably not gonna finish this right this second. I don't think we're too terribly far off from finishing, but
Let's see. First thing we do, then tap the... And now...
it's so weird. Like, all of these... Oops.
Got it. Now I... Alright, what's coming? That was... Let's see. First thing, then tap the...
This is such a weird idea. Like, it
now-
seems like it's supposed to be a whole bunch of different things, right? But so far, every single one of them has been...
Got it. Now... Let's see. There's something about that green slime.
Here we go. Found in the treehouse.
The fireplace poker, found at the crime scene, and the black leggings are covered in the same swamp slime. Sally's leggings. They link her with the crime scene. I'll have to ask her about it.
Alright, so the only ones that mattered, it didn't matter the gloves and everything else were. It was, I think, just leggings and fireplace poker were the only,
You've been here so long, you must have crossed paths with Remington a few times. What did you think of him?
That man was a threat to the swamp. We'll be better off without him. Hopefully the curtain will fall on his little
The
tourist
curtain will
attraction as
fall,
well.
you say.
Better off? With a killer on the loose now?
There have been murderers loose in the swamp before.
What are you talking about?
in my time here, I've seen the swamp invaded by men, by hunters, several times. They're relentless.
What were they hunting? Wait, what about Boggy? Is that why no one has seen him in 60 years?
They always fell short of their ultimate goal. That just meant they came back again and again, doing more harm each time.
But this area is protected by law, right?
It is now, but some men have no respect for laws, of any kind. They tried to get me to leave my home here. I stood my ground.
Obviously. But this whole area is a tourist attraction now. I doubt Remington would have allowed anyone to march into Boggy's Bog with a gun and start hunting down its main attraction.
Okay, we got. All right, we still haven't. We just unlocked her question. She's been here a long time.
I recognize some of those men. Unfortunately, they've hunted in the swamp before.
Before it became a protected area?
Before that, yes, and one of them after that. No, thank you.
Hey.
So what can you tell me about your relationship with Richard Remington?
I didn't have one. I think I spoke to him twice, ever. He usually seemed really busy, but more like preoccupied.
Preoccupied? Like he was thinking about something else? Something that wasn't this tourist attraction?
Who can say? What do old men think about?
What? Are you implying that I know the answer to that? I have a theory that the murderer was wearing a costume. A homemade outfit designed to look like the swamp creature.
I've never seen anything so ridiculous. You'd never see me in that.
I know it's not exactly the latest fashion, but...
No, you'd never see me in that. It would cover me up entirely.
That's the point of a disguise?
Look, detective. When you have legs like mine, you don't want to be wearing disguises.
Is that why you always wear those black leggings?
You've only just met me and you're making assumptions about what I always wear.
And making assumptions is the fun part of being a detective.
Well, you're right. I always wear these.
Challenger locked.
The black leggings you found in your bag this morning, they're covered in the same slime that was on the murder weapon.
Everything in this swamp is covered in slime. What's your angle, Grimoire?
Your black leggings were part of the murderer's costume.
Costume? Is that why someone took them out of my bag last night?
Well, you know, I don't have proof someone else took them.
If I had been wearing them when I committed a crime, do you think I would hand them over to a detective the second he shows up? Besides, look at them. What do you notice?
You're too fat to wear these. No, I'm pretty sure I get a game over if I pick this.
They're loose and stretched.
That's right, someone else. Someone larger than me has worn these. They're stretched out, especially at the waist. It's pretty obvious.
So, let's see. Somebody stole them to use in their boggy costume, and then put them back in your bag when they were done?
If you say so. It's not my job to know all the details. It's my job to sell souvenirs. Do you want a souvenir?
Oh, my, yes, but only if you choose one for me.
You look like you could use something to wind up. You can take this one.
I got it. How wonderful. It's my favorite. All I do is go around assuming. I assume all sorts of stuff. I assume it pays the bills. So did somebody go up to, like, if you were planning on murdering him, why would you wear the costume? That just means he's going to shoot you. Did I miss anything here? I don't think so. Did I miss anything here? I don't think so. Fork in the road, crossroad.
A simple wooden... Note to self, don't fall in. There's a hollow part of the tree, right at the front, but it's too dark to see inside.
Okay.
Those trees are more dense. It's like a forest back there. Note to self, it's a fork in the road. How non-linear. It's a fork. It's the base of a gigantic tree, and it's sitting in the very heart of the swamp. Was this entire place built around it?
Okay. Was that both of the clue? Wrong one. Alright. This one's all done. There's still... I might need the combination to the tent in order to get in there. And the gift shop has one more. Gift shop and treehouse. Let's do those first. Gift shop, look around.
There aren't many clues over here, but I'm not going to worry about how...
Nope.
It's a humble... Bonky duck. Bonky duck. Bonky. Bonky dog. Bonky duck.
Yeah.
A Boggy's bug mug. Maybe I'll get one and surprise Officer James for Christmas. It's a map of... It's a framed drawing. What a shame, Sonny. It's a photo of the swamp. They're brightly colored boggy baseball caps.
That was a clue.
Is there something behind them?
Boggy's fan club. Examine all the Boggy merchandise. Okay, even though I had already clicked on like the big helmet hidden back there, I needed to click on the caps. There's still more question marks. Weird. Does that mean, do I talk to her about it?
These hats look pretty stupid. Luckily,
Oops.
You sell a lot of them?
yeah, they're pretty popular. I always thought it was weird that his feet are in that little bucket all the time.
It's just part of the character, I guess. I'm surprised they don't sell some sort of boggy foot soaker.
And that would be the one product I'd consider buying. Is that one of your clues? It's nice. You can put it away now. I have no idea what that is.
Okay, so on each of the clues, there's somebody that you can give it to in order to fill in more info, but I don't think I care that much about actually completely 100%ing the entire game. What am I still missing, though? Something from the journal? Okay. Oh, wait. Something over by the protest. Something in the treehouse and something in the protest. bridge.
The tree comes straight through the middle of the house. It even has little drawers carved into it. Okay, even I'll admit, that's pretty cool. The tree... Okay, even I'll... There's a book on the table. How fascinating. I must take some time to read it.
Okay. Zoom, 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 zoom. Just like in Riven. Don't look at anything. Watching Keith Ballard's Riven playthrough, all of the comments were like furious at how fast he was clicking. Like, you need to slow down and look at everything. Alright, so... talk to him a lot more.
What can you tell me about these designs for a costume? A boggy
It's
costume.
Boggy! I must admit, I've been a fan of his before I ever came to the swamp.
A fan? So you're
So who is
interested
this
in
guy's
what goes
voice?
wrong
He sounds
Oh,
familiar.
No, I meant, well, Boggy has been in all kinds of cartoons and comic strips. He's one of the greatest characters of the last 100 years. I've got some comics in my tent. You really should
But
see.
he was only discovered 60 years ago.
Oh, that's true. Well, I bound it up.
But what about his costume? Have you seen anyone wearing it?
I can honestly say I've never seen anyone wearing anything like that. And I'm a very observant person.
Oh, did somebody not wear it at all? They just hung it on the tree so that he would, like, go look at it and try to shoot it.
So what did Mr. Remington think of you? I mean, protesting in the middle of a swamp every day.
It wasn't his swamp. If he ever truly thought it was, then he was even more of a fool than he seemed.
But he didn't like you hanging around, right?
That man was exceptionally skilled at ignoring me, ignoring anything he didn't like.
So, what, he just left you alone?
He expected me to get bored and go home. He figured I'd get sick of this place and he'd have it back to himself.
But he didn't want it to himself, did he?
He
wanted
sounds-
most
he
people to
sounds
visit
very
all the time,
familiar.
Surely.
I'm sure it says that in the brochure. Yes.
Bang!
Show it to somebody else.
What?
You're not a bad detective.
Well, I found the photo in Remington's office. It was ripped up, though. I think he was some kind
He
of...
was a lot of things. Don't lose that picture. And show it to Mr. Harper before you leave. No thanks, my friend.
You saw Remington last night, but had you met him before? Did you know him?
I've never really spoken with him, but we've come into contact a few times. Vincent likes to handle that kind of work, and I like to let him.
What do you think of this place? The tourist attraction, I mean.
I can't say I like the idea of a natural area like this becoming commercialized.
I know! I just can't understand why anyone would even try.
I think Mr. Remington had his reasons. He looked like a man with a couple of secrets.
Like what?
I have no idea. If I knew, they wouldn't be secrets.
Let's just show everybody this picture.
What is it? Some evidence from last night's murder?
No.
That's great. Vincent's work, I see. I'm glad he knows how to use the camera at least.
What do you think all those noises are?
Well, judging by the time this was recorded, I'd be able to make a pretty good guess. I really don't have an opinion. My apologies.
What about this nice
You
lady?
should ask someone else.
What about your
The
boss?
famous director and my friend.
What about
Try
her?
showing it to somebody different.
No.
I really don't have an opinion. My apologies.
Huh.
You should ask someone else.
Oh well. Alright. We will continue this on Thursday and almost certainly complete it. This time I'm confident. Although who knows, is there more than one chapter to the game, or is it just this swamp thing? If so, it's kind of a short game, you know, but it's fine. It's been entertaining. I do believe I can Bonafide Bloodhound. I'm doing all right. Autosave is on. Perfect. Save to quit anytime. Awesome. All right. Thank you for being here, EverX, and thank you everybody for watching. This has been Detective Grimoire. We'll probably on Thursday, real quick, finish it up and then start. What? What is the next game to play? Fez? Do we start Fez? I think. I'll give it a little bit of thought, but unless I come up with a better idea, I think Fez is what we will start playing after we are done with this. So that's it for tonight. Thanks, everybody.